Good evening, and welcome to tonight's sleep story. My name is Songbird, and tonight I will be reading Tamerline, a poem by Edgar Allan Poe. If you enjoy this story, be sure to leave a like and drop a comment below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Now, before we begin, take a moment and get comfortable. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Kind solace in a dying hour, such, Father, is not now my theme. I will not madly deem that power of earth may shrivel me of the sin unearthly pride hath revelled in. I have no time to dote or dream. You call it hope, that fire of fire. It is but the agony of desire. If I can hope, O God, I can. Its font is holier, more divine. I would not call thee fool, old man, but such is not a gift of thine. Know thou the secret of a spirit, bowed from its wild pride into shame. O yearning heart, I did inherit thy withering portion with the fame, the searing glory which hath shone amid the jewels of my throne. O halo of hell, and with a pain, not hell shall make me fear again. O craving heart for the lost flowers and sunshine of my summer hours, th' undying voice of that dead time, with its interminable chime, rings with the spirit of a spell upon thy emptiness a knell. I have not always been as now, the fevered diadem on my brow I claimed and won usurpingly. Hath not the same fierce herodom given Rome to Caesar, this to me? The heritage of a kingly mind, and a proud spirit which hath striven triumphantly with humankind. On mountain soil I first drew life. The mists of the Tanglay have shed nightly their dews upon my head, and I believe the winged strife, the tumult of the headlong air, have nestled in my very air. So late from heaven that dew it fell, mid dreams of an unholy night, upon me with the touch of hell, while the red flashing of the light, from clouds that hung like banners o'er, appeared to my half-closing eye, the pageantry of monarchy, and the deep trumpet's thunder roar came hurriedly upon me, telling of human battle where my voice, my own voice, silly child, was swelling. Oh, how my spirit would rejoice and leap within me at the cry, the battle cry of victory. The rain came down upon my head, unsheltered, and the heavy wind rendered me mad and deaf and blind. It was but man, I thought, who shed laurels upon me, and the rush, the torrent of the chilly air, gurgled within my ear the crush of empires within the captive's prayer, the hum of suitors and the tone of flattery round a sovereign's throne, my own, and murmured at such a lowly lot, but just like any other dream, upon the vapor of the dew. My own had passed and did not beam. of beauty which did while it through the minute, the hour, the day oppress my mind with double loveliness. We walked together on the crown and of a high mountain which looked down, afar from its proud natural towers, of rocks and forest on the hills, the dwindling hills begot with bowers, and shouting with 1,000 rills. I spoke to her of power and pride, but mystically in such guise that she might deem it not beside the moment's converse. In her eyes I read, perhaps too carelessly, a mingled feeling with my own. The flush on her bright cheek to me seemed to become a queenly throne. Too well that I should let it be, light in the wilderness alone. I wrapped myself in grandeur then, and donned a visionary crown, yet it was not that fantasy had thrown her mantle over me, but that among the rabble, men, lion ambition is chained down and crouches to a keeper's hand. Not so in deserts where the grand, the wild, the terrible conspire with their own breath to fan his fire. Look round thee now on Smarcand, is she not queen of earth? Her pride above all cities, in her hand their destinies, and in all beside of the glory which the world hath known, stands she not nobly and alone? Falling, her veriest stepping stone shall form the pedestal of a throne, and who her sovereign Timur, he whom the astonished people saw, striding o'er empires haughtily a diademed outlaw. Beauty of so wild a birth, farewell, for I have won the earth. When hope, that eagle that towered, could see no cliff beyond him in the sky, his pinions were bent droopingly, and homeward turned he softened eye. 'Twas sunset when the sun will part, there comes a sullenness of heart to him who would still look upon the glory of the summer sun. That soul will hate the evening mist, so often lovely, and will list to the sound of the coming darkness, known to those whose spirits hearken as one, who in a dream of night would fly, but cannot from a danger nigh. What though the moon, the white moon, shed all the splendor of her noon? Her smile is chilly, and her beam in that time of dreariness will seem so like you gather in your breath a portrait taken after death. And boyhood is a summer sun, whose waning is the dreariest one. For all we live to know is known, and all we seek to keep hath flown. Let life then as the day flower fall, with the noonday beauty which is all. I reached my home no more, for all had flown who make it so. I passed from out its mossy door, and though my tread was soft and low, a voice came from the threshold stone of one whom I had earlier known. Oh, I defy thee, hell, to show on beds of fire that burn below a humbler heart, a deeper woe. Father, I do firmly believe, I know, for death who comes for me from regions of the blessed afar, where there is nothing to deceive, hath left his iron gate ajar, and rays of truth you cannot see are flashing through eternity. I do believe that Elbis hath a snare in every human path, Else how, in the holy grove, I wandered of the idol love, who daily scents his snowy wings with incense of burnt offerings from the most unpolluted things, whose pleasant bowers are yet so riven above the trelled rays from heaven. No mote may shun, no tiniest fly, the lightning of his eagle eye. How was it that ambition crept unseen amidst the revels there, and till growing bold he laughed and leapt into the tangles of love's very hair?